How to figure out your boundaries. Boundaries are vital for healthy relationships. They also give us room and safety to live beautiful, loving lives. But you might be so used to saying yes and focusing on other people's needs and happiness that you're unsure about the boundaries you'd actually like to set. So how do you start defining your personal boundaries when you don't have much practice? Here are 4 strategies to try. 1. Tune into your emotions. The strongest indicator of our boundaries is our emotions. For instance, how do you feel when your partner criticizes you for the way you dress or your hobbies? Just knowing your response to these interactions can help you identify your boundaries. Tuning into your emotions helps you better understand the people, interactions, and boundaries that you're comfortable with and the ones that aren't working for you. How can you become more attuned to your emotions? Simply pause every day and ask yourself, how am I feeling right now, or what is my body trying to tell me? Emotional discomfort, like physical pain, is a sign that you need to pay attention to something. Likewise, pleasurable emotions let us know what we want more of, who we want to spend more time with, what boundaries we should continue to set. 2. Tune into your thoughts. Like emotions, thoughts also give us information. For instance, maybe you have more self-critical thoughts when you're with a certain friend. After some reflection, you realize that you let that person have too much influence over your self-worth, and you decide to set emotional boundaries, or that you want to spend less time with them. 3. Ask others. Observing other people's boundaries, which gives you examples of the boundaries you might like to set. You may also compare notes with your friends, who may have very different boundaries. For instance, you might have been brought up believing that you should let a loved one's needs override your own, or loan large amounts of money to anyone who asks, but your friends may think differently. 4. Get clear on your values. Sometimes, we're unsure about the boundaries we'd like to set because we're unsure of what's important to us. That's why first identify what matters most to you and then rearrange things to make that happen. For instance, one person's values are to travel the world, pay off their student loans in 5 years, learn a new language, volunteer at a food bank, spend more time with family, and surround themselves with interesting individuals. For example, to spend more time with family, this person decides to set boundaries around limiting the amount of days they go out for drinks after work with their coworkers. Also, in order to engage with interesting people and keep learning, this same person sets boundaries around their time on Facebook, replacing it with watching TED Talks. They also stop hanging out with individuals who sap their energy and work through their fear of talking and meeting interesting people. Some boundaries may be rigid and final, such as not letting abusive people into your life. But most boundaries will be flexible. You'll be able to move them around to fit your new desires, understandings, and deepened values. Also, you can remove certain boundaries and bring in new ones. If you've had pretty loose boundaries over the years, and you're tightening them, expect resistance from your family and friends. They may even fight you and resent you for it. They might say you're being selfish and not being yourself. And they may want the old you back. That's because they've gotten used to you dropping everything to attend to their needs. When you start saying no and prioritizing your own needs, that makes their life less comfortable. They will need to meet more of their own needs now. Remember that you're not harming anyone by saying no. You haven't become selfish or mean, just someone who is making a point of taking care of yourself. They'll get used to it. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Until next time, keep practicing, and soon, setting boundaries will become second nature to you.